Hello, my friends. This is your happy stamper lady, Rachel Markin, helping the creative you shine through. This is one of the mini series So Now What videos. And we talked about when you get your box and you get all of your supplies, they want to break it down for you to tell you how each of those pieces work together to make cards. I want to take the mystery out of stamping so that it's enjoyable for you. And I want to break down the lingo so you understand when I'm saying stuff in my videos. You're watching me make my cards and you're like, what is she talking about there? I don't want it to be a mystery for you. I want you to understand it, and I want it to be fun for you. I want it to be an enjoyable time for you, which is the purpose of these So Now What videos. So for the first video that we're doing, I want to talk about stamps. They're kind of the main hurrah of what we do, and everybody gets excited. The box comes, you see the stamps, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait. I do. I do anyway. And I get super excited. So a couple of little things here. First of all, these two stamp sets that you're seeing, Ornate Things and Ornate Style, are brand new. They actually don't even exist yet. They are going to be from the brand new catalog that comes out in June. In the 17 years that I've been doing Stampin' Up, I've never seen Stampin' Up do this. So they offered it to us for a pre-order that we could put an order together. And then they are offering it for you guys in April. Amazing, super exciting, and can't wait to share this with you. And so what you're seeing here, I wanted to give you a sneak peek. This is the theme for April, so be prepared. It's called April Ornate Awesomeness. And so I'm super excited to create a theme of cards for you throughout the month of April. Another thing that you're seeing here, this is one of the celebrations. So you've heard me if you watched any of my videos. If you go to my website, you will be able to see the catalogs. Celebration will end on March 31st, which means if you spend $50 before ship and tax, you get to choose stamp sets that are exclusive to the Celebration catalog. And this is one of them, this Well Dressed. Isn't that super cool? Like, it reminds me of like an old Gene Kelly, like Singing in the Rain kind of thing. I love Gene Kelly. So this, Cary Grant, all the old movies, heroes that I just love. I love all of that. So this is a $50 one. This one, if you order $100, you could get this Tags in Bloom, which matches that lovely label punch, which I've used a couple times already in some of my videos. So that's super perfect. And I love this I Miss Your Face. It's one of the reasons I wanted it, because I actually say that a lot of times. I miss your face to different people. I miss your face. I miss your face, Marin, Colleen, who commented on my videos this week. Who lives super far away and I don't get to see you. I miss your face. So there you go. This set is hostess exclusive. If you have a $300 party, you get this. So you say, Rachel, there's no way I can put $300 in. That's fine. Do you have 5 friends and yourself who each want to get a celebration set? Everybody orders $50. You get this stamp set for free. Done. You have 3 people, 2 people, yourself included, 2 other people who want to order $100 worth, you still get this set for free. You're done. All you have to do is contact me and I will help you put your orders together. It's super easy, just that simple. And I will help you take advantage of Celebration, which again ends on March 31st. It's a great time to put an order in and you get this free stuff. You get these exclusive free products. It's also a great time to be a demonstrator because you get the Ladybug stamp set. You get to take advantage of Celebration with the orders that you're putting in, and it only costs you $99, and you get so much free in that you get to pick all your stamp sets. And if you become a demonstrator and you just want the 20% off discount, I've been doing that for 17 years. I just now started doing business. So no pressure, no meetings, no anything. And you have to have $300 every 3 months. So right now, if you started now, you would not have to have another $300 order until June, July, August. So no, I'm sorry. Hello. Do I know my calendar? So it's March. Wow, Rachel, really. April, May, June. I don't know. What am I saying? So at the end of June, you would have to have $300 more. So you sign up now. You have all that time because you've already put in your order before you'd have to have $300. And I have clubs, I have friends, I have people who just want to order. I put in orders, and that's how I've done it for 17 years for the discount. I've loved it. I love Stampin' Up. I love the discount. That's why I did it. And you get to be with me. Happy Stamper Lady team. Win-win. So let's break down stamps. Okay, we talked about how we can get some stamps. Let's break down what you actually do with them. Like, how does that actually work when you get them? So I've talked about two different kind of stamps: photopolymer stamps and cling stamps. There is a difference. Okay, photopolymer looks like this. So photopolymer comes clear. So if you see, I'll try to put it down so you can, okay, so you can't see the words so very well in here. I mean, you can't, I can when I'm looking at them, but you can't see them on the cam very well. But you can see the thank you and the so grateful and the thanks. Okay, so these clear ones, the advantage, I guess, is that you can kind of group them. So with photopolymer, you can see through and you could kind of group them together. Let me show you what I mean by that. So we're going to use the Stamparatus because what? The Stamparatus is your friend. I say that every time, and I'm going to keep saying it until you can repeat it for me. Stamparatus is your friend. So for photopolymer, you have to use this black like sponge underneath, okay? And for the cling, I'll show you, you don't use that. So that's one of the differences with the Stamparatus, okay? And then I always have the paper, so if you stamp off or you make a mess, you know, make a little mess there or whatever. Okay, so we're gonna take our piece of paper like we're doing a card, okay? And so I'm gonna say, like, I wanna like create a sayings, but I want to do like a group of sayings. So how about if we said my friend? So I lay down my friend, and then I'm gonna say so grateful, like that's so grateful, and there's kind of a little groove there, so I'm gonna lay it down in the groove. So grateful for all you do. Okay, and this is just me, like, off the top of my head. I mean, there's going to be so many ways that you can use those words. It's going to be crazy. Okay, so you see how I like laid them all together? Watch the magic of this. And this is what photopolymer does because they're a little more pliable. So they kind of can go together in a way that cling stamps cannot, because they're just a little more pliable. So then you're going to pat, 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 because we always say that, pat, 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 right, except for Memento Ink, which I said I would let you do. I'd let you. Okay, so now we're going to press down. Oh my gosh, do you see that? My friend, so grateful for all you do. Like, we just made our own stamp set out of photopolymer. So that's the difference with photopolymer. It gives you a little more kind of flexibility, I guess, and it allows you to kind of group some stamps together, okay? And so that's one type of stamp set. Now, with the photopolymer, you don't have to do anything to prepare it. So photopolymer literally comes just the way you saw me. It's got this little like sheet that goes over top of it to protect it. That is important. So there's a sheet on the back and then a sheet there. It's important to keep that. But they come just like that. No prep work and you're ready to go. Excuse me. I am actually going to drink a little bit of water. My throat's a little scratchy. Okay. Now you have cling stamps. So these are the only two types of stamps that Stampin' Up! Now sells. Okay. Now cling stamps, you're going to notice right away when you open it, it looks a little different. Okay. It's not the same. It's red rubber. So if you have ever stamped before, if you've been someone who has ever stamped, you'll know that red rubber on wood blocks was kind of like the only type of stamps that they did for a long time. Then some photopolymer came out with some different companies, but they were kind of mushy and they didn't really give you a nice crisp image. And wooden blocks were the rage, which is totally fine. But it was more of an expense. I mean, because you're paying for the blocks, you're putting it on the blocks. And so just in this last year or so, did Stampin' Up! Come out with these cling stamps. So still the red rubber. And the difference is a lot of times with the red rubber stamps, it's going to be your more detailed image stamps, something that's going to have some really detailed image to them. And with that, you're going to be able to still get that crisp, beautiful image, but different than the photopolymer. So it's handled a little differently. So when you get your stamps, you watched me pop them out of that piece. I did that automatically, so I apologize. I'm like, pop, pop, pop. Let me show you that again. I'm so used to doing it. So they come like this. They come with that, and then you literally just pop them out. I know you just watched me do that, but I thought I should explain that because I was just like in a zone, like I was just like popping them out without thinking. So once you do that, then you turn them on the back side, and they have this like protective coating, and you're just going to peel that coating off, okay, like that. So the coating comes off, all of that gets thrown away. That is actually not something that I save. I'm always telling you to save, but I don't save that coating. I've never found a use for that coating. Then, if you notice, I don't know if you can see, so these are your images, so you're going to apply the image onto here. So on the one side, you'll see that it's like cracked. It's got a way to peel off. There's no other way to explain that except you see how it cracks. This side you can't crack. That's all like smooth. So you're going to the side where you can crack it open and peel it off. Okay, now this is the sticky part. So you do not want to stick your hands in the middle of that image. You want to stay on the outside and just peel off so that the image stays fresh. Okay, and you're going to lay it down. This is very important because this is the best way to get this image on the back of this stamp, and that's where your sticky part comes from. So I start at the very edge down here, and it's just kind of like a puzzle piece. I fit it so that it all fits into the puzzle piece. See how I just laid it over top of that? Then I pull back and I've peeled off the image on my stamp. And now I have a usable stamp, okay? Let's do that again so I can show you again. Okay, so the part where it comes in half, okay, I'm going to take off, but I'm not going to really touch that sticky image. I'm going to go way over on the edge, and I'm going to pull it off like that. And then I'm going to lay it on a flat surface, and I'm going to peel off my white backing so that I see kind of this more like muted color. And then I'm going to match the image. So I'm literally just looking at it like a puzzle piece. I'm looking at the red rubber. This part is facing the sticky, and I'm just going to fit it in that rectangle. This one's pretty easy because it's just a rectangle. So I'm just laying it down like that. And then when I peel back, it's on the image. Okay, I only have a few, so we're just going to do that a couple times. So there's the part that comes apart. Okay, just like that. But remember, I don't touch it. I'm going to face that up because it's a flower, so I want to be looking at it. So I'm going to peel off the back. Okay, remember, I'm going to look at the red rubber image. And this one is trickier because you want to start at one point or the other. I usually start at the bottom, and I fit in where the stem is, and then I'm going to come around to the circle of that flower so that the daisy's literally laying in there, and I've got my stamp, okay? And so that is what you do. I won't do that again because you've watched me do a couple, but I do want to show you the difference in how they work with the stamp. So we have some paper again. We'll actually, so pretty. Let's just continue to use this card that we have. So we have a couple of different options. So the sticky part will stick up, and the red rubber is what you would lay down. Like, okay, I'm going to make this card. So I'm going to lay the red rubber down on the paper, okay? And so I need my magnets over here so they hold my stuff down. And I like that. Look how pretty that's going to be like in there. So I lay my red rubber down so my sticky part is up. I bring my plate over. Okay. But I remembered, so now we're going to have to start over, which is okay. But this is important. This part cannot stay with the cling stamps because it's too thick, and it will actually cause you to like have like edges pop up or pieces that you don't want on your card. Okay, so we're going to start over, which is totally fine, and that was good for me to remember, because if you're going back and forth between different types of stamps, that can happen, and then you don't want that. You don't want that to happen. So all we're going to do is like put it back over. We're going to come back over and stick it where we want it. Okay, we got the cling. We're going to let it do the work for us. Remember, it's nice to have a piece underneath so that your stamp pad doesn't have to do extra work to get all of the ink on there. So we're going to pat, pat, pat. Now, this one you got to pat, 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 and really pat inside, because you got all of those, you got all that detail, and you want to make sure that all those flowers get covered, okay? And then we're going to press down, and we are going to have our flower. Oh my gosh, is that not gorgeous? Wowza, that is so pretty. And so that is the difference, okay? So you have photopolymer, which remember are the clear see-through, and you can make the grouping like we did here. This my friend, so grateful for all you do. That's gorgeous, and you created that, and all of the words in here, these are so amazing. Just wanted to say from the bottom of my heart, for all your help, you're amazing. Your kindness is so loved. My friend, I mean, just so, so great. Then you have the cling stamps, which is what we did here with the more detailed stamps. Those are the main differences in stamps, and you do have a little bit of work. So if you get a cling set of stamps, then you have a little bit of work to get them ready. It's minutes. It wasn't a big deal. You watched me do it. We did it together here on the video, so it's not a big deal, but you have to do a little prep work before you can stamp. So if you have any questions about that, those are the two types of stamps, and they are marked in the catalog. It will say photopolymer or it will say cling. There's no question about it. And they all work on the Stamparatus. So that is a beauty. Or they all work on blocks. If you're not ready to make the purchase to the Stamparatus yet, they work on the blocks just fine as well. So if you are like, well, I'm just not ready for that, see how it just went right on there, and you are totally fine to use the block. So you don't have to do the Stamparatus yet. I think it's very helpful because then you don't have to purchase a multitude of blocks. You get your wording exactly how you want. It's a great surface to stamp on. So all of those things that we've talked about, but it's not, you don't have to have it in order to use one set of stamps or the other. So photopolymer, cling. If you have questions, please feel free to ask me and put it in the comments. Remember, I'll show you my Facebook page. If you go to my Facebook page, I had announced that for every one of these So Now What videos that you like and share and comment that you shared, you will be entered an extra name into the drawing for this next week. This is my demonstrator page. You can order from here at any time. It also will remind you when the videos are coming out. Now the So Now What, they'll be different videos, so it'll be different times that they come out. Okay, I'm hoping that like kind of took away some of the mystery of the stamps. Get ready for the next So Now What video. We're actually going to talk about the stamp pads we just used and how you get those ready. So until we craft again, my friends, I bid you adieu, and go and make the world a better place.